cuts across the horizon. Like a promise daring me to step forward. Too many mornings I woke up just to fight, clock punching through the shadows, hiding from the light. But something in the stillness tells me this day's mine to claim. A brand new fire rising, calling out my name. The past can weigh you down like iron chains, but hope breaks through when one spark remains. I'm gonna break the morning open with a heart that won't give in. Let the daylight hit my scars and let the healing finally begin. Every step I take is louder than the doubts that haunted me. I'm walking toward a future only I can see. I've carried every burden that a working man can bear, lost myself in worries, left my dreams out in the air. But today I feel the ground shift, like the world is making room for the man I'm becoming and the life I'm running to. Even if the road gets rough and long, I'll rise again, stubborn, steady, strong. I'm gonna break the morning open with a heart that won't give in. Let the daylight hit my scars and let the healing finally begin. I'm done hiding from the thunder life keeps throwing after me. I'm standing tall, unchained and free. A new day waits for the man I choose to be. Still waking, still rising, still me. Still blue dawn rises slow, humming like a warning before the work begins. Another morning, another load on my back. Boots hit the gravel, mind sharp, hands cracked. Life's carved its lessons deep into my skin, but every scar reminds me where I've been. There's a quiet strength you earn through pain, and it keeps you standing in the rain. I've got iron in the blood, fire in my chest, a will that won't break and a heart that won't rest. I've stumbled through the dark but never lost my way. I'm built to rise, built to fight, built to stay. Some nights I doubted I could make it through, but doubt's just a shadow when your spirit's true. I watch good men fall, but I refuse to bend, 'cause a man with purpose move steady, still burning, still fighting, still me. Cold wind cuts across the field, carrying the echoes of every fight I've survived. I've walked roads that broke good men in two, felt the weight of choices I never meant to choose. But every time the world tried to knock me down, I found strength buried deep beneath the ground. Trouble rises fast, but I rise faster still. There's fire in my bones and iron in my will. I hold the line when the night grows long, stay my ground when the world feels wrong. Through the fear, through the pain, through the battles I face, I keep moving with a steady, unshakable pace. I've come too far to let the dark decide for me. I hold the line, unbroken, wild and free. I felt the sting of failure, tasted bitter doubt, but every setback taught me what this life's about. It's not the man who stumbles that the world remembers well, it's the one who stands again when he's been through hell. When the storm leans hard and the sky turns black, I plant my feet, there's no turning back. I hold the line when the night grows long, stay my ground when the world feels wrong. I'm done letting fear rewrite the man I'm meant to be. I push forward steady, proud and free, yeah. And as the sunrise creeps across the quiet sea, still holding, still fighting, still me. sky glows faintly red like dawn, remembering every battle I faced. I've carried burdens heavier than steel and stone, walked through nights that made a strong man feel alone. But even in the dark, a spark inside stayed true, a quiet flame that whispered, "You're not through." Every bruise and heartbreak shaped the man I am, built from grit, sweat, and everything I've had. I carry the fire through the coldest nights, through the doubts that chase me, and the long hard fights. I keep the flame alive when the world turns gray, 'cause a man with purpose never walks away. No matter what life asks or tries to take from me, I carry the fire, burning brave and free. Some days I wondered if the light would fade, but strength grows louder in the scars we've made, and hope's a stubborn ember when your heart stays strong. It only needs a moment to burn bright and carry on. When the wind blows hard and the flames grow thin, I shield the spark and rise again. I carry the fire through the coldest nights, through the doubts that chase me, and the long hard fights. I'm done letting shadows tell me who I can't be. I burn forward, bold and fiercely free. And as the daylight climbs where I can finally see, still burning, still holding, still me. Still me. Golden light spills across the fields like the world finally opening its hands to me. I walk roads where hope was hard to find, carried old mistakes like weights tied to my mind. But every mile behind me carved the truth I see, a stronger heart, a clearer path, a man rebuilding me. You learn your worth in moments carved by pain, but rise again and you break every chain. I'm becoming the man I'm meant to be, breaking out from the shadows that once covered me. come down, I'll hold my ground. I won't be bound. I'm becoming the man I'm meant to be, breaking out from the shadows that once covered me. I'm done letting down, decide what my life can be. I rise unbroken, steady, proud and free. And as the road unfolds beneath my feet, yeah. Still rising, still healing, still me. First rays of morning hit the dirt road, stirring that old stubborn courage in my chest. Another sunrise climbing over rusted wire and sand. Another day to prove there's more inside this working man. Life's thrown me down enough to know the taste of grit, but somehow every time I rise and push through it, there's a voice inside that never lets me fall, a quiet strength that answers every call. I brush the dust off my shoulders and stand up tall, through the long hard nights and the times I thought I'd lose it all. I keep walking toward the light that's been waiting ahead, no matter how rough the path or the words left unsaid. I've been broken before, but it won't define me. I rise again, finally free. I've carried doubts like anchors dragging slow behind. Listen to the noise that try to drown my mind, but truth lives loud inside the man I'm meant to be. A fire built from trials, burning wild and free. When the road grows steep and the day grows thin, I breathe deep once and dig back in. I brush the dust off my shoulders and stand up tall, through the long hard nights and the times I thought I'd lose it all. I'm done letting shadows write the story for me. I rise unbroken, strong and free. Dust falls off as the horizon calls. Still standing, still rising, still me. clouds gather over the plains, rumbling like the echo of every fight I weathered. I walked through storms that tried to split me in two, stood in the crosswinds not knowing what to do. But even at my lowest, when the sky fell hard and fast, I found a deeper strength that refused to let me pass. You learn your truth when everything goes wrong. That quiet voice inside grows loud and strong. My heart's built of thunder, forged in the rain, stronger from the trials, tougher from the pain. Through lightning in the darkness, I still found my way. I rose with every sunrise, fought through every day. No matter what they take, try to break in me, I stand unbroken, wild and free. There were nights I stumbled with nothing left to give, felt the weight of choices no man should have to live. Even in the silence where doubt claws deep inside, I heard my courage whisper, boy, you were born to rise. When the winds roll out and the shadows crawl, I plant my feet, I won't fall. My heart's built of thunder, forged in the rain, stronger from the trials, tougher from the pain. I'm done letting fear decide what I can be. I rise unwavering, wild and free. The storm rolls on, but I rise steadily, still roaring, still rising, still me. Wind cuts low across the empty back road, like it's testing whether I'll back down or rise again. I bled on the gravel where my footprints fade, giving all I had to battles I never fully made. But every time the world tried to grind me down, I stood up slow, boots planted in the ground. There's a truth you learn when the days get rough. You find out what you're made of, what's enough. There's blood in the gravel from the fights I've won, sweat on my collar from the miles I've run. Every scar I carry is a piece of who I am, a working man rising, doing all he can. No storm, no shadows ever breaking me. I push push on forward, wild and free. I've heard the whispers saying I won't last. Watch people I trusted fade into my past. But faith don't come from easy days or praise. It grows from trials that set your soul ablaze. When the night grows cold and the road turns mean, I grip the wheel, I sharp heart clean. There's blood in the gravel from the fights I've won, sweat on my collar from the miles I run. I'm done letting destiny be something I can't see. I rise unbroken, proud and free. As the dust lifts off the life ahead of me, still fighting, still rising, still me. The sky burns orange over old steel fences, like the world is daring me to rise again. I've worked in shadows where the daylight rarely came, felt the years stack heavy, carrying the weight and blame. But even in the rust, a spark refuses to die. A whisper from the past saying, son, give it one more try. It's in the quiet moments that the truth rings loud. A man reborn is a man unbound. I rise through the rust, through the broken, worn out days, through the grit and through the memories that never fade. Every scar is proof of the storms I've stood inside. I push forward with a fire I can't hide. No matter how the world tries to bury me, I rise again, wild and free. I've seen good men fall when the nights grew cold, lost dreams buried deep beneath the stories left untold. But hope survives in places doubt can't reach, in the lessons life is still trying to teach. When the winds grow sharp and the road turns long, I steady my breath and keep walking strong. I rise through the rust, through the broken, worn out days, through the grit and through the memories that never fade. I'm done letting fear decide who I'm meant to be. I rise unbroken, rising proud and free. As the steel grows warm beneath the rising heat, still standing, still rising, still me. Spreads across the plains, like the universe reminding me there's more ahead than behind. I've spent years fighting battles no one ever saw, working overtime to outrun every flaw. But somewhere in the dark, a distant light broke through, a sign that said the man I dream of is still true. When doubt creeps in and tries to take control, I feel that old fire burning in my soul. There's fire on the horizon, calling out to me, a blaze that cuts the shadows, setting my spirit free. I'm walking through the ashes of the man I used to be, rising stronger with every breath I breathe. No matter how the night tries to bury what I see, I push on forward, bold and free. Stood silent in the storms that shook my bones, watched dreams fade like echoes on a telephone. But hope's a faithful friend when the world turns cold. It waits for you to rise and take back what life stole. If the road grows rough, if the sky turns gray, I'll chase that setting my spirit free. I'm done letting fear decide the man I'm meant to be. I rise unbroken, standing proud and free. The horizon burns bright, light in the path for me. Still chasing, still rising, still me. A slow wind rolls across the empty highway, like a whisper calling me back to life. Boots on the ground, another dawn breaking wide. Coffee on the counter, but the weight's still on my mind. Years gone by in a haze of grit and steel, but today feels different, like the start of something real. I've carried storms, I've carried shame, but there's fire left inside my name. So I rise through the dust, through the heartache and the miles, through the long nights alone and the losses in the trials. I'm still standing tall, though the road's not always kind. I'm taking back the pieces that I lost along the line. Calloused hands remember every dream I put on hold. Work for every dollar, paid the price in sweat and cold. But hope's a stubborn shadow, follows close behind your fears. And today that shadow's louder than the pain of all those years. There's a light ahead, I see it breaking through the gray. And the man I lost is finding his own way. So I rise through the dust, through the heartache and the miles, through the long nights alone and the losses and the trials. I'm done waiting in the dark for fate to notice me. I'm pushing through the fire. This is who I'm meant to be. Who I'm meant to be. And though the world keeps shifting under these old feet, I rise again, still rising, still me. Dust hangs low as the sun crawls up. Another day calling my name. Woke up to the smell of diesel and a sky in the color of rust. Another shift, another battle, but I rise because I must. These hands been breaking stones since the world was young and wild. But somewhere in the noise I lost the fire I had as a child. Still I hear a heartbeat under all this noise, a steady drum that lifts me from the void. With a hammer in my hands, I'm shaping where I stand. Through the hardship and the pressure only real men understand. I've been bent, I've been bruised, but I'm nowhere near done. I'm a worker, I'm a fighter, I'm a father, I'm the one. Every scar I carry tells a story I survived. Every broken road behind me proves I'm built to stay alive. Maybe time has taken pieces I can never get back, but strength is found in walking forward, not staring at the cracks. When the world grows heavy and the nights grow long, I find my power in the truth that's kept me strong. With a hammer in my hands, wide and rough, but I walk it free. Still pushing, still standing, still me. Headlights cut through a lonely stretch of blacktop, and I feel the night asking who I wanna be. I've been lost in the noise of the factory floor, clock in, clock out, then collapse behind the door. But somewhere in the silence, when the TV's finally mute, I hear an old song calling from the soles of these worn out boots. There's a man I was before the bills and fear, and I can almost hear him getting near. I'm on the road back to myself tonight, past the dead-end doubts and the busted lights. I've been drifting in the dark for far too long. Now I'm driving toward the place where I belong. Through the wreckage of the years I let slip free, I'm heading home, back to the best of me. That I tried and failed to please, every no I swallowed down, every broken quiet please. But regret won't build a future, it just change you to the past. So I'm cutting loose the weight, and I'm choosing me at last. If the road gets rough and the night gets cold, I'll hold the wheel and keep my grip on hope. I'm on the road back to myself tonight, past the dead-end doubts and the busted lights. I'm done living like my dreams were some old crime. I'm claiming back my courage, one heartbeat at a time. Through every mile of pain that forged this history, I'm heading home, where I was born to be. Engine hums a promise only I can see. Still driving, still growing, still me. A low ember glows beneath the ashes, waiting for one breath to roll again. Spent too many years in shadows, quiet, keeping small, letting every doubt I carried build another wall. But a fire doesn't die just 'cause the world turns cold. It waits inside the silence, and the story's still untold. And I feel it nothing but the weight. Seen strong hearts fade when the world said just wait. But I've carried too much truth to let my spirit drown. It's time to face the wind and set this whole damn fear house down. Every flame needs oxygen and I'm finally breathing deep, learning what to hold and what to leave. I'm gonna burn it brighter than the failures in my past. Light up every dream I buried, make this moment last. I'm done letting hesitation steal the life I'm meant to see. I rise in fire, blazing forward, still burning, still me. The night steps back as my own fire leaps, still rising, still burning, still me. A slow rumble rolls across the hills, like the earth itself reminding me to rise tall. I've walked through storms that tried to take my name. Felt the world grow colder, but I stood inside the flame. When the nights got heavy and the truth was hard to see, I held on to the promise of the man I'm meant to be. Pain can carve you hollow, leave you lost and weak, but strength is born in moments when you can barely speak. I stand like a mountain in the breaking light, holding fast through the darkness, through the longest fight. Every scar on my shoulders is a story I survived. I'm rooted in the struggle, still here, still alive. I've been down to nothing but a whisper in the dust. Questioned every step, but I learned to trust. Not the world or his judgment on the weight of my past, but the fire in my spirit built to rise and built to last. And when the wind screams loud and the sky turns black, I lean into the storm, look back. I stand like a mountain in the breaking light, holding fast through the darkness, through the longest fight. I'm done fearing every shadow life has thrown at me. I rise unbroken, unshaken, wild and free. The sun climbs high, and so do I. Still standing, still rising. rising, still me. Faint amber line climbs over the ridge, lighting the path of a man who's learned to race against every storm. I've run through nights that try to take my breath, face down fears that whispered of death. Every rough mile carved steel in my stride taught me to stand where the shadows collide. Every long road tested the fire I own. Every heart turned sharp and muscle and bone. I'm built to outrun the dark, driven and strong, pushing through the places where the weak don't belong. When the cold winds rise, I don't lose my spark. Yeah, I rise again, built to outrun the dark. I've seen hope crack in the heaviest years, watch brave men drown in a flood of fear. But something in me burns hotter each time, a stubborn fire forged on the climb. And when the night claws deep in my name, I breathe slow, lean in, feed the flame. I'm built to outrun the dark, driven and strong, pushing through the places where the weak don't belong. When the cold winds rise, I don't lose my spark. Yeah, I rise again, built to outrun the dark. And the horizon opens wide before my boots. Still running, still me. I'm built to outrun the dark, driven and strong, pushing through the places where the weak don't belong. When the cold winds rise, I don't lose my spark. Yeah, I rise again, built to outrun the dark. Beauty golden haze lifts slowly over the valley, revealing the outline of a man who's learned to rise from ruin. I've stood in mornings that felt hollow and cold, carrying stories too heavy to be told. Every long ache carved truth in my stride, taught me to stand where the weak ones hide. Every cracked moment hardened my will. Every lonely mile taught me to climb still. There's strength in the broken dawn I face, pushing forward with a steady pace, grace. When the world grows dim, I don't withdraw. Yeah, I'll rise unshaken in the broken dawn I saw. I've watched old hope slip through trembling hands, seen strong souls fall where the hard road bends. But something in me keeps burning alive, a quiet grit built to survive. And when doubt leans close like a chilling wave, I breathe deep, lock in, stay brave. There's strength in the broken dawn I face, pushing forward with a steady pace, grace. When the world grows dim, I don't withdraw. Yeah, I rise unshaken in the broken dawn I saw. And the morning warm slow around my boots, still rising, still me. A deep red glow spreads across the empty plain, steady as the breath of a man who's carried too many storms to be shaken now. I've taken hits that would have stopped most men, stood my ground when the world struck again. Every heavy night carved strength in me, taught me to rise where the weak can't see. Every scar I wear speaks the truth I've earned. Every long mile shows how hard I've turned. I'm the fire that never bent, burning strong, pushing forward even when the road feels wrong. When the world grows cold, I don't relent. Yeah, I rise again with a fire that never bent. I've watched a strong fall under life's hard weight, seen hope fade thin, swallowed by fate. But something in me won't bow or break, a stubborn spark time can't take. whisper their sting. I breathe slow, lock in, refuse their ring. I'm the fire that never bent, burning strong, pushing forward even when the road feels wrong. When the world grows cold, I don't relent. Yeah, I rise again with a fire that never bent. Still burning, still me. A deep burnt orange glow settles across the far sky, lighting the path of a man who survived every kind of storm the world could throw at him. I walked the stretch where the strong men fall, stood my ground when the night grew tall. Every rough mile carved truth in my frame, taught me to rise when the world forgot my name. Every harsh dawn strengthened the fire I keep. Every long night dug my courage deep. My strength was forged in the fall-burned sky, holding firm when the storms ran high. When the world pressed down, I didn't comply. Yeah, I rise stronger from the far-burned sky. I've seen hope fade from a working man's stare, watched dreams break under too much wear. But something in me keeps burning alive, a stubborn grit built to survive. And when doubt circles tight like a closing ring, I breathe deep, stand tall, let my heart beat sing. My strength was forged in the fire-burned sky, holding firm when the storms ran high. When the world pressed down, I didn't comply. Yeah, I rise stronger from the fire-burned sky. And the fading glow warms the dust beneath my boots. Still rising, still me, still me.